Welcome President Emilio, the Board of Trustees, faculty, staff, families, and most important, my fellow graduates. I was so hesitant to submit a commencement speech. I felt my story wasn't good enough to be told at graduation. I knew that within the class of 2021, there would be hundreds of stories that were worthy of telling. Why should my story be the one that is told? I realized I wanted to hear everyone's stories. I wanted to know how Gwynedd Mercy University impacted my peers, whom I did not have the pleasure to meet during the past 4 years. I wanted to know if the values of this university changed you the way they have changed me. But I realized that my story is similar to so many of yours. My story is filled with uncertainty and fear. I may be the one with the honor of sharing my story in this extremely untraditional setting, but ultimately my path may not be that different from anyone else. I hope hearing my story and my path to discovering myself in some way reflects a part of your journey through Gwynedd Mercy University. From joining the armed forces, to taking time off to work, to simply just not knowing where you belonged academically. From transferring schools to failing a class, no journey is exactly the same. But we all came through our individual journeys to be here today as Mercy graduates. After I graduated high school, I was lost. I fought demons of PTSD from sexual assault that I handled with some not so great coping mechanisms. After 4 full days of attending another institution, those demons overtook my 18-year-old self, and the reward was my having to defer my education in exchange for admittance to an all-women's rehab facility. School had always been my safe place. When the going got rough growing up, I would immerse myself in school assignments, homework, clubs, and attend all the events I could. Hearing that I had to become a college dropout and enter a rehab facility was the hardest no I've ever had to accept. The realization that I no longer would have my education to comfort me was difficult. Although I am internally grateful for the time I spent as a patient and the coping mechanisms and skills that I gained, I consider this the lowest point in my life. I was broken. I felt all of my goals were unreachable, and I truly believed my lifelong dream of higher education was unattainable. But you know, there is one simple perk that happens when you reach rock bottom. You are willing to do anything to climb out. I craved the classroom, and I knew I needed it as quickly as possible. So I enrolled in a simple course over winter break in a community college. A couple of weeks into this course at my community college, there was a college fair, and I figured, hey, why not? Let's check it out. While I was looking to see at the map to see if any of the schools jumped out to me, a gentleman asked me if I needed any help. I told him I was just browsing, didn't really have a plan, and he asked if he could talk to me about the school he was representing. Well, that school turned out to be Gwynedd Mercy University. The day that I learned Gwynedd Mercy University existed was the beginning of my future. I applied practically the next day and was accepted very soon after. Still feeling as if a bachelor's degree was far from feasible, but determined to fight, I agreed to attend the Accepted Students Day event. I was already accepted. I didn't understand why I had to go mingle with the faculty and meet the mascot. Little did I know that within the next year, I would not only be volunteering to attend and work all Accepted Students Day events, but I would also be making videos and digital content with our mascot. I'm really gonna miss you, Merv. My next institution has some big shoes to fill. Accepted Students Day is where I learned about the Sisters of Mercy and what it meant to be a Gwynedd Mercy University student. I learned what a distinctive Mercy graduate was and what that meant to my future. I learned the importance of a liberal education and what that would do for my goals in life. For the first time in a long time at Gwynedd Mercy University, I felt welcomed and I felt wanted. I felt a sense of belonging that was missing from my life. And I saw a place that would not only foster my love for learning, but would challenge me through attentive professors and smaller class sizes. This is also the event where I met President D'Amelio, who at that point was just as new as I was. I immediately felt connected to her. She is a highly educated female leader who at that point was beginning a brand new path at Gwynedd Mercy University. She was a person who I could grow and have mentor me as I became a Mercy graduate. In that moment, I knew that Gwynedd Mercy University was where I was meant to be. And I put down that non-refundable deposit, very scary words, and was quickly a Griffin. Any doubts I had after leaving my previous institution went out the window. Still so unsure of what I wanted to be when I grew up, but obnoxiously excited to start learning, I entered Gwynedd as a university studies major, undecided. I wanted to learn everything, and I wanted to do everything that this university could possibly offer me. My initial meeting with my advisor was the first time that I understood what this university could actually give me. I told her I enjoyed science, so I was immediately registered for general biology and general chemistry courses. I explained how I enjoyed being challenged in the classroom. The honors program application was immediately handed to me. It was never, I don't think that will fit in your schedule, or, I'm not sure if you're allowed to do that. But it was always awesome, and what else? That first semester was a turning point in my life. I never could have predicted the effect those courses and the professors teaching them would have on me. That semester, I learned about atomic structures, I learned limits and integrals, I learned the culture behind mariachi music, I learned how to effectively approach ethical dilemmas, I learned cellular respiration, and so much more. I had never felt my hunger for education filled the way it was during my times in those lectures and labs. I also learned about the Sisters of Mercy and the mission of this institution. First-year students are required to take a course called FYE, or First-Year Experience. It is not four-year entertainment like my mom and I previously thought. In the FYE class, I was introduced to Gwynedd Mercy University and the 5 critical concerns of the Sisters of Mercy: Earth, immigration, nonviolence, racism, and women. The critical concerns of this university, and the mission to which all students are responsible for upholding. I know, I bet most of us can repeat that asleep and backwards if asked. But I was so naive and so unaware during that FYE course of how much these critical concerns would not only become a part of me, but they would change the course of my life. The critical concerns gave my life the purpose that I felt I was missing. And little did I know that all of my resume, all of my free time, and now my post-graduation goals would go towards these initiatives and hit all the core values and then some. Gwynedd Mercy never has stopped me from pursuing my interest. It's encouraged me to investigate gender equality and pay gap issues by founding a student chapter of AAUW. Gwynedd Mercy has encouraged me to gather a group of students and faculty to represent our university and the Sisters of Mercy at the Families Belong Together immigration events. I learned of the effects of immigration policies and the damages that they can do to children and students. This university has reinforced the importance of creating a safe place for sexual and domestic assault survivors, and it allows its students to openly collaborate with events such as Take Back the Night or Walk a Mile in Her Shoes. I was shown that there are always people out there willing to lend words of encouragement to someone in need. I've been able to attend Black Lives Matter events hosted or sponsored by Black Student Union, and I was shown the absolute importance of being an ally for all. I've had the opportunity to organize and plan Christmas toy drives to help underprivileged kids, and host baby showers for less fortunate mothers. At Gwynedd Mercy University, I was exposed to poverty that I never knew existed. I even got the experience of leading a multi-club campaign of creating a monarch butterfly garden on campus. Gwynedd Mercy practically overwhelms me with opportunities to become a better person who lives a life full of mercy. And for that, I am forever thankful. This school has truly seen me through my highs and my lows. It has seen me become a student again. It's seen me through losing grandparents and friends. It's seen some really scary chemistry grades. It's seen acceptances to internships that I never imagined I would even be eligible for. It saw a very short vlogging career. Shameless plug, check me out on Gwynedd's YouTube channel. I always will appreciate the views. It's seen me almost fail a class to getting accepted to multiple graduate schools and so much more. This university has been my support through it all. I've said it before and I will repeat it now. Gwynedd Mercy University has saved my life. This university and its missions are the reason I can stand here today. It saved me from the dangers of myself by relighting a fire so deep within me that it will never go out. Not only did it save my life, but it has defined my future. I know I can never be fulfilled without having the critical concerns and the mission of this university involved in my life. I am so excited for what my future may hold and the change that I may be able to bring to this world. Just as I know how this university has changed my life, I know that the opportunities that are given to every single one of us has changed us for the better. A distinctive Mercy graduate signifies that we are leaders. And we are leaders not just within our future careers, but within our personal lives and beliefs. The science faculty know how many times I have told them that I am terrified to graduate. Yet in my reflection when writing my speech, I've come to an amazing realization. Gwynedd is never leaving me. I may graduate and leave the campus of Gwynedd. I may have my last lab in McGuire. I'll have my last late night study session in the library. I will say goodbye to professors and faculty who have become mentors and now are truly lifelong friends. But the values and missions of Gwynedd are inside me forever. From that first FYE meeting to my final biology class, the mission and the values of the Sisters of Mercy have been instilled in me. As I continue to forge my way, I know that the critical concerns will guide me just as they have over the past 4 years. At Gwynedd, I have gone by so many hats and so many titles throughout my journey. I've been a student, I've been a friend, I've been a survivor, I've been an employee, a club member to now a club president, a D- student to now an honors student. But today, I am wearing my proudest hat, a distinctive Mercy graduate. To the class of 2021, I encourage you to take the time and think about the core values of this institution and how you can carry them out. We are about to leave this beautiful safety net of academia and take our skills and our personal jobs and beliefs out into this world. We are a new generation of educated and motivated humans with hopes and goals to make this world a better place. And we will definitely be entering a world of uncertainty. However, we have an advantage. We received an education in mercy, an education based in love, in compassion. Take this education and do great things and bring stability to others. My fellow graduates, please bring mercy to all those that you encounter and to do all the things that you are going on to do. Know that you are prepared, not only within your discipline, but also within the mercy values that have impacted all aspects of your life. Please, go forth and change the world with mercy.